1 in making videos, decide what you want to talk about. Step 2 in making videos, find the time to make them. That's like 12:30 at night. Such is life. What's up, booksters? My name is Angela and I'm here to do a new type of video for my channel called To Read or Not. And what to read or not to read is what I am putting out in place of a book review. I am still going to be reviewing certain books, but then certain books I'm going to be putting in these types of videos where I give you my thoughts on a certain book or series and then tell you if I think you should pick it up or just skip it altogether. For my first To Read or Not to Read, I'm going to be featuring the After series by Anna Todd. The series follows two main characters, Tessa and Hardin, who are completely opposite but drawn together by this magnetic force and have to navigate their way through all of life's obstacles so they can find love. First book in the series is called After, and it was Anna Todd's debut novel. It originally came out on Wattpad. It is preceded by the second book, which is called After We Collided, the third book, After We Fell, and the fourth book, After Ever Happy. This series has so many negative things about it on Goodreads, it is unbelievable. But the thing is, at least 80% of the negativity is not about the book at all. It's about the author, Anna Todd. A lot of people got angry because the way that After came into origin was it was her fan fiction on the website Wattpad about One Direction. And the main character in the books, Hardin, is based on Harry Styles. And a lot of readers got offended at her fictitious portrayal of her Harry Styles character. In the novels, Hardin is a violent man, and I can see why it would offend some One Direction fans, but that is no reason to fling out all these insults to her personally and say all of these negative things about her. Let's get into what I thought about the After series. Overall, I really enjoyed the series. I went in knowing nothing about it. I did look on Goodreads after the first book to rate it, and that is when I discovered all of the negativity, but I went in completely blind. That being said, I did not like the first book so much. I think I gave it a 3.75 stars, and that is just because the characters hooked me so much. The reason I wasn't a fan of the first book was that it followed a cycle and it just kept going on, and I thought to myself, she could have easily wrapped this up in a shorter, condensed version. And then moving on to the second and third books, it was much of the same, but because the characters had grown on me, it was a little easier to tolerate, and I found myself enjoying them more because the plot was more substantial in books 2 and 3. In book 4, we did get a little bit of that same cycle, but because it was the last book and it was wrapping up the series, it wasn't quite the same. And I have to say that toward the end of book 4, I was just like, come on, make it happen. You know, I'm just dying to see the end of this, and I just want all of this to be cleared up right now. The After series is a new adult romance that has graphic sexual scenes, profanities, violence, and triggers for rape, which is just one scene out of all 4 books, and I believe it happens in third book, After We Fell. But all of that being said, I do not recommend this to readers under the age of 16. I do recommend this to readers that do like new adult romance, that can put any preconceived notions to the back burner, any bias that they may have heard before about this, and just take it for what it is, which is a new adult romance, and enjoy the story. I really did like this story. To be honest, it is not the best writing wise. She did have some errors in the books, and the cycle is constant throughout all 4. But then again, you also have to remember that this is a fan fiction. This is what it started out as, so it is not going to be a literary masterpiece. So Anna Todd sums it up best what the whole After series is about in her last book, which is After Ever Happy, and I will read you this excerpt now. What type of love story is this? This is the type of love story that deals with real fucking problems. It's a story about forgiveness and unconditional love, and it shows how much a person can change, really change, if they try hard enough. It's the type of story that proves that anything is fucking possible when it comes to self-recovery. It shows that if you have someone to lean on, someone who loves you and doesn't give up on you, you can find your way out of the darkness. It shows that no matter what type of parents you had or addictions you were faced with, you can overcome anything that stands in your way and become a better person. That's the type of story After is. And I really think that sums up this entire series best. So let me know what you guys thought of this first episode of To Read or Not to Read. Have you read the After series? If so, what did you think? If you have a book or a series that you would like to see featured on To Read or Not to Read, leave your thoughts down below and I will look into them. And thank you so much for watching as always. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time. Bye.